Welcome to the deep dive. We received a really interesting piece all about dreams and, the power of imagination, and
Yeah.
that's what we are going to jump into today.
It's a fascinating topic.
We are going to really dissect this text and see what it has to say about, what dreams actually are
Yeah.
and how they relate to our waking reality.
It really makes you question what is real and what is just a figment of our imagination, right?
Right, yeah. So to kick things off, this piece really captures that classic dream feeling,
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
you're just free to be anywhere with anyone and things are constantly shifting,
Yeah.
you know?
It's like that freedom of movement.
One minute you're at your childhood home and the next you're flying through the air.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the text immediately gets into this big question. Are dreams just these random jumbles?
Yeah,
Just a mishmash of thoughts, or are they something more?
right. Because sometimes they feel so real.
They do,
It's
yeah.
like, how can this just be my imagination?
The text uses this great example of dreaming about someone who has passed away.
Oh.
And they appear as their younger self,
Hmm.
full of life. And it makes you wonder.
Great. It feels so genuine.
It does. And then we wake up and it's like, wait, was that real or was it all in my head?
Exactly. And this is where the text gets really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
It suggests that maybe dreams are real, but just in a different way.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
It proposes this idea that when we dream, our consciousness leaves our physical body
Hmm.
and enters what it calls the spirit world in a spirit body.
Okay. So it's like we are actually going somewhere else when we sleep.
Yeah. And the spirit world isn't just an empty void.
Right.
According to the text, it's made up of something called etheric energy.
Oh, interesting. What is that exactly?
It also calls it astral light or
Yeah.
etheromagnetic energy.
Okay. So it's like a different type of energy than what we experience in the physical world, right?
Exactly. It contrasts it with the electromagnetic energy of our physical world.
So our spirit bodies are made of this etheric energy and they operate in this etheric world.
Right. So we're not just imagining things, we're actually experiencing them in this different realm.
Fascinating. So how does imagination come into play in all of this?
Well, the text says that in this dream world or spirit world, etheric energy responds instantly to thought.
Really?
If you want to change something about yourself, like shapeshift
Well-
or change your surroundings, you just think it and it happens.
No way. So like if I imagine a beautiful beach, I'm suddenly there.
Exactly. The text calls these imagined environments temporary backdrops,
Oh, that makes sense.
created by the power of our imagination.
So even though it feels real, it's kind of like a temporary overlay on top of the actual spirit world.
Right. And these mental creations, the text calls them thought forms, can actually feel solid.
Wow. So our thoughts have real substance in this realm.
Yeah. It's mind-blowing, isn't it?
Totally. And then
Uh-huh.
the text compares this to how imagination works in the physical world.
Right. It's not as instant here.
Definitely not. Like if I want to
Oh.
build a house, just imagining it isn't enough.
Right. You need plans, materials, builders.
Time effort.
Exactly. The text makes this clear distinction in the spirit world. Imagination creates instantly,
Right.
but in the physical world, it initiates a process.
That takes time and effort.
But the key takeaway here is that imagination is the creator of realities in both realms.
Right. It's like the common thread.
It all comes back to imagination.
And this is where that powerful statement comes
Yeah.
in. The text says, never let it be said that it's only your imagination.
I love that.
It challenges that dismissive way we often talk about imagination.
It really does. It's not just some frivolous thing.
Right. It's our creative faculty.
It's what allows us to envision and create.
And then the text ends with this really empowering thought. With it, you have quite simply the power to change the world.
So true. It really makes you think about the potential we all have within us.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing the power of our imagination and how it shapes our experiences, both internal and external.
Exactly. So to sum up this deep dive, the text presents this really intriguing idea that dreams are real experiences.
Yeah.
Happening in a spirit world made up of etheric energy.
Where our thoughts have the power to create instantly.
And while things work a bit differently in the physical world,
A little slower.
imagination is still the starting point for anything we create.
Absolutely. It all begins with that initial spark.
I don't know about you, but this whole conversation has me thinking about my dreams in a whole new way
Me too. It makes you realize the power of our inner world.
and how it might be more connected to our waking life than we realize.
Exactly. So I think the question this leaves us with is, how can we consciously use our imagination
Yeah.
to shape the reality we experience.
Both in our dreams and in our everyday lives.
It's about harnessing that creative force within us.
And seeing what we can manifest.
It's pretty exciting when you think about it.
It really is.
It opens up a world of possibilities.
I think that is a great place to wrap up.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep dreaming, keep imagining, and keep creating.
And never underestimate the power of your imagination.
Exactly. It might just change the world.
It just might.